What's even crazier is that Epic Games actually teased Chapter 3 all the way back in the Season 5 opening trailer. You can see John Jones enter the map, and then the camera actually flips from being upside down. Pretty sneaky. And John Jones doesn't just hold the record, so does Zendaya. She is the first real-life person to be added to Fortnite twice, with her Doom character and Spider-Man character now being in the game. And speaking of collabs, it turns out that Fortnite Naruto is actually the most popular Fortnite collab of all time, and it even has the most liked tweet that Fortnite has ever posted, surpassing Chapter 2 and Marvel x Infinity War. But what barely anyone knows is that back in Chapter 2 Season 6, when we were given a ton of new Primal themed weapons, they were secretly reskins of existing black metal weapons that were in Save the World, so much for being original. Luckily, there's a balance between originality and collabs, and that lies in the Joy skin. It turns out that Joy is the only original skin to have a collab emote built into it, and that's the secret Doja Cat Kiss Me More dance. And Fortnite isn't the only one bringing outside content into the game, because the new Matrix Unreal Engine 5 experience actually has a secret llama and Chug Jug hidden inside of it. And the Matrix secrets continue, as it turns out that Donald Muster, the creative director of Fortnite, is in the new Matrix movie and even has lines. But what we are all still waiting for is a permanently canceled vehicle. Back in Chapter 2 Season 4, Epic secretly removed all police cars, including a drivable one that was in development. They still haven't returned years later. It doesn't seem to be affecting anything though, as it turns out that Chapter 3 is officially the biggest season launch in Fortnite history, over 4 years since it first released. And people call this a dead game, but there's plenty to look forward to in Chapter 3 as well, as it looks like our next Fortnite concert is actually going to be hosted by Lady Gaga, according to these same court documents that also leaked Ariana Grande and J Balvin. What you probably didn't know though is that back in 2018, Epic Games actually pitched a Fortnite movie to Sony Pictures and offered them the rights to make one, but Sony passed on the idea. And despite the fact that Battle Royale is only 4 years old, Fortnite itself was actually announced 10 years ago back in December of 2011. It has come a long way since then. It was way more realistic and adult-like before becoming a teen game. And probably the best example of how ridiculous Fortnite has become is the fact that back in Chapter 2 Season 3, when Coral Castle was first added, it was straight up called Carl. For hours, people were dropping Carl. And even that isn't as shocking as when Chaos Agent was revealed to secretly have a voice, and he's actually Russian.
I'm afraid not.
And the same can be said for Midas, who also spoke his first words in 2021 when he narrated a secret Fortnite crew trailer that Epic Games deleted from the internet. As for Chapter 3, one of the coolest parts of the Battle Pass is that the Lieutenant John Llama skin is actually a concept skin designed by an artist named Pulso. And if you're a fan of the collabs back in Chapter 2 Season 5 though, you might be interested to find out that during the season, Epic secretly wanted to collab with Mortal Kombat instead of Street Fighter, but they changed their mind at the last minute due to it being way too violent for Fortnite. You can even see Epic Games tease this Mortal Kombat crossover in the Chapter 2 Season 3 trailer, when Brutus recreates a Johnny Cage fatality. Oh, what could have been? And if you felt something was missing in Chapter 3, it's because Season 1 is a record-breaking season. It is the first time that the Scar and M4 have been completely vaulted from Fortnite. And it's also the first time ever that Pleasant Park and Retail Row have been deleted from the map. No wonder the game feels so different. A pretty dark secret though is that ever since Working Water was added in Chapter 2, you have actually been able to drown yourself in Fortnite. It's hard to pull off, but if you manage to trap yourself underwater, enjoy the sensation of drowning. And a fact that almost nobody knows about though is that back in 2018, Chris Pratt actually teamed up with Fortnite to advertise the game in South Korea. You can find these weird posters on the internet that are just so random, it's hilarious. And speaking of random posters, Chapter 3 is full of them. Around the island, you can find signs that say no peeing in the pool and also no alcohol. So yeah, peeing and drinking is canon in Fortnite, but it gets crazier because you're also able to find cigarettes on the map in Chapter 2, actual cigarettes. Chapter 2's map had much cooler secrets though, like a hidden speedometer that would actually tell you your vehicle's speed if you drove past it. It also told you your speed while running, walking, pretty much any kind of movement. It was amazing. And as a testament to the effort Epic puts in, it turns out that Fortnite is the most played game ever on PlayStation 5. It's a brand new console with tons of next-gen games, and yet Fortnite is the #1 title in the world. But being this popular has its consequences. In 2017, Epic Games sued a 14-year-old boy for hacking in Fortnite, and in 2021, the lawsuit ended in a settlement. Kind of uncalled for, don't you think? Luckily, Chapter 3 still lets us look back on the past in a good way, as you can secretly use Mystique's built-in emote to become the Chapter 2 default skins this season. You could also use the new Spider-Man web-slinger item to do some pretty weird things, like web-slinging onto fishing holes and even rifts. It's kinda odd. And while everyone knows about the classic Gnome in the Wall Easter egg that has been in the game since day one, it was recently updated so that the gnome itself is a brick. And for the people who just joined us in 2022, you might find it interesting to know that the first ever Fortnite collab was actually with Marvel, back when Infinity War came out. So, not that surprising at all, right? What is surprising though is that in Chapter 3, the new crown feature has more to it than meets the eye. If you talk to llama vending machines while wearing a victory crown, the llama will actually react to it. But not all of Fortnite's cool features are intended. Back in 2018, rocket riding was added by accident. Players discovered you could jump on rockets and use them to ride around, and Epic Games just kept it like that, even though it was a glitch. A truly shocking figure that makes you appreciate just how big Fortnite is though is that the game actually has more registered users than Netflix. And in fact, in 2019, Netflix themselves said that HBO or Hulu wasn't their biggest competition, Fortnite was. And it's no surprise, we're all out here grinding for skins rather than watching Netflix. They're not all attainable though, with the rarest item shop skin of Fortnite being Special Forces, who hasn't been in the shop since January 9, 2019, almost 3 years ago. And the rarest skin in the game is Aerial Assault Trooper, who was first spotted in the season shop all the way back in Season 1 of Fortnite and will never return. But there's more to some skins than just rarity though, as not many people know about the Scientist's secret voice actor. I'm sure we're all distracted by The Rock as the foundation, but the Scientist is actually Joe McHale, who is known for Jeff Winger and Community. Fortnite doesn't have as much reach as it seems though, because yeah, they could get The Rock in the game, but when it comes to Nintendo, there's a problem. Back in Chapter 2, Season 5, they wanted to get Samus from Metroid into Fortnite, but Nintendo wanted her to be a Switch exclusive skin, and Epic said no. But to give us all this great content, Epic actually gets help on some things. The amazing trailers we see for Seasons are animated by a studio that also helped with work on Free Guy and other blockbuster movies. And speaking of Free Guy, at the end of the film, there's a secret Fortnite cameo where Guy pulls out a Bright Bomber pickaxe during a fight scene. It's pretty hilarious. Knowing that the Fortnite studio helped on this makes it a perfect circle. But the secrets also stay in game. Since Chapter 2, Season 5, bushes actually change with the biome you're in, like the primal one or a desert biome. It's kind of cool. But what's really funny is that with Chapter 3, Salty Springs is now gone from the map. This is cool for some, but for others you might realize that this completely breaks the MCU timeline. Because Salty Springs isn't in Fortnite anymore, Avengers Endgame makes absolutely zero sense. Luckily, Donald Mustard, who had a cameo in Endgame, is much cooler in real life. He once met a fan of the game while on vacation and told him all about the upcoming Fortnite features, including Chapter 3. He even went one step further and gave him his own locker bundle, which was released last month. And you could also get rewarded by celebrating Fortnite in person. If you go to a tournament or Fortnite hosted event, Epic Games actually gives out real versions of the food and drinks from the game. In the past, they've sold real-life slurp juices, dirt burgers, and even tacos hand-delivered by Guaco. And they are known for their crazy real-life teasers. In the past, Fortnite has had a battle bus at Universal Studios, a dirt burger in the desert, llamas hidden around the world, crop circles in the middle of nowhere, and even 3D billboards in Times Square, like the one for Balenciaga. And speaking of collabs, there have been over 100 of them in Fortnite, making it by far the most in any game in history. But unfortunately, being the biggest game in the world has its problems, and when Epic and Apple had their feud back in 2020, Fortnite released a parody video of Apple's 1984 TV ad to taunt them. And well, the whole situation made Epic lose over 100 million Fortnite players, and they are still banned to this day. Anyone who is lucky enough to still have Fortnite on their iPhones is stuck on Chapter 2, Season 3. We are 6 seasons ahead at this point and probably won't be able to play with iOS players until Chapter 4 at the earliest. So as we get to our final 3 facts, they are probably the most exciting, starting with how Fortnite secretly adds pranks to the game for some holidays. Yes, on Halloween they add jump scares to the game to shock people, while on April Fool's Day, Epic once gave everyone super jump with fall damage on just to troll everyone. But not all facts are hilarious, though. It turns out that in November of 2021, Epic Games secretly shut down the Chinese version of Fortnite permanently. They were spending way too much money on it, and the game didn't make a single penny due to China's laws. It had a free battle pass, V-Bucks couldn't be bought and were given as challenge rewards, and had way too many time limits for it to be worth it, so Epic shut down the whole project and deleted everyone's accounts. And for our number 1 secret, we have the future of Fortnite to look forward to, as Tim Sweeney recently confirmed that Creative 2.0, the feature that will enable modding in Fortnite, is coming this year, 2022. We shouldn't expect it until the end of the year at the earliest, and I'll probably get